Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Originals. Today we'll be watching episode 2 of season 2, Alive and Kicking. Wow, previous episode, entire werewolf gang gone straight out, including Francesca, which is insane because I genuinely thought that we were gonna have a bit more of action from her werewolves, seeming that they were like so taming and, you know, a force to be reckoned with, but just like that, they just went out. Klaus, HAYLEY, Elijah, Marcel, Josh, and Joe. 6 people straight gone. So that was insane. And Cammy, my fault. Cammy as well in her role to play, which is insane. Esther is now cooking up a plan with Cole, who is supposedly Cole in that body who met Davina, and Finn, who's now met Cammy, and they're gonna find a way to, I'm sure, kill their kids, but still, like, you know, remove. So, like, you know, once they kill Klaus, Elijah, and Rebekah, every single one of the vampires turned by these 3 will die with them. So their line dies, blah, blah, blah. Nothing that we have not heard before. And then we have Michael, who wants to kill just Klaus. I'm sure he doesn't want to kill Rebekah and Elijah, but yeah, so many things happening with the Michelson drama. Let's not wait any further. Let's get right to it.
All of my efforts to keep this family concealed.
I'll put it on your head.
Yet debauchery like this has led Father directly to us.
Cole! Show yourself!
Father left the head of my horse on a pike in the town square.
He killed poor Theo.
Yeah, his favorite horse. That's what he told Caroline.
But then,
In
Father's always hated you most.
the ball.
And on that day, I will make you suffer.
There we go. That's it.
But today is not that day.
Wow.
What the judge, Elijah? What I did is no worse than anything Klaus has ever done.
Actually, I agree.
She knows she can never
You
live
know,
up
like-
to the pretty little picture you paint of her in your head.
Perhaps her people can reach her. Now more than ever, she needs a connection to some of her humanity, some degree of dignity.
Emotional ups and downs, solitude, bloodlust. Imagine hearing the sound of a heart beating, beating, beating.
My older brother, my ward, getting along like 2 peas in a pod.
We should continue another time. Why don't you resume your Hamlet? Act 1, Scene 3 today. Off you go.
Your love.
Bravo. That was delectable. But make no mistake, Nick. I'm still cross-city daggered.
Hating Elijah, right? Does he not hate Elijah? Or is not a big fan of him or something?
Unless you trick me into a spell that will free you from my control.
You know, for someone who despises Klaus so much, you certainly share his paranoia. The sooner you perform the spell, the sooner I'll be free to kill the bastard.
Davina's hiding something in that attic. The door was locked with a rather complex spell.
Could be a weapon, source of power.
They don't
I prefer
know.
not to leave anything to chance.
My fault.
Better we know what she has and whose side she's on.
Michael are the abomination. So-called parents.
If there's one thing these people hate more than vampires, it's hybrids.
What they hate is their lack of power. Hence the willingness of their brethren to deal with that witch in exchange for rings and ensure they align with us. I have not stopped thinking about her. When it pains me, I seek comfort in the idea of what I will do to those who would harm her.
I'm not going anywhere until I know the whereabouts of that stake. You think she's just gonna cooperate with you standing here? First thing I learned living with your family. Wherever you people go, threats and bloodshed are soon to follow, so just stay out of sight.
46 bodies drained. Nonsense.
It was at least 60.
They neglected to check the attic. Why do people always run for the attic?
I cannot allow him to remain.
You would punish the boy because of Cole's antics. I'd just as soon put him in a box.
You choose that little whelp of your own family.
That little whelp is our family.
I know, it's not right to laugh at the drama. It's so crazy.
I mean, I am not just gonna give it to Klaus. He and Elijah are both brutal, sadistic monsters.
I do wish I could disagree with you.
Tragically, however, you're quite right.
For a long time, you and your family have had all the power. You manipulate and kill anyone who gets in your way. From now on, you can know what it is to be afraid.
Wow, that was a powerful line, I'm not gonna lie.
She knows the stake will not be used because she knows precisely where it is. She's had it all along.
If you let me, I can be that person.
You think we can trust you? You're not one of us.
Shut up, Oliver, you killed Eve.
Blood-sucking vampire parasite.
You want to say that again and see what happens, Oliver?
This can be the act.
That is your queen. Powerful, fearless, and unlike me, merciful.
One way or another, Davina will comply.
Okay. Do you ever wonder why your family has so many enemies? It's because you make stupid moves like this. It really makes me wonder how the hell I ever survived, you people.
Not harlot. Sometimes I don't know why I bother.
Oh yeah, no
What have
shit.
you done? I was just introducing Marcellus to the theatre. I thought you'd be pleased. At least someone knows the meaning of family.
I think he's gonna dagger you
Told you
again.
before. Marcellus is family.
TEAM KLAUS. I've been expecting you.
No shit, darling.
An alliance between the wolves and the witches would restore balance to our home. Long ago, the witches and the wolves were at peace.
Please
And
figure
came
it
the
out.
Vampires,
She would never call you TEAM KLAUS.
made flesh, a curse on this earth.
You will need to remain vigilant against those who would seek to destroy you, some of whom you may never see coming.
Great.
I've already begun to take precautions. In fact, I'm taking them as we speak.
You're the harvest girl that told them all to shove it. I'm a lot like you. Don't really believe in rules and authority.
Yeah.
Your courage should be celebrated.
Our mother wants answers. And if you can't get them, we'll do this my way.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna bore her until she can't help but tell you everything.
If you want to find out if someone has a weapon, you provoke them into using it.
Wow. Can you do that with the rest of them, or?
Not all at once.
Holy shit.
You filthy dogs. I'd hoped to see your brother first, but we have some unfinished business.
Whoa, whoa, he's got the shit. Come on. No. Piece of shit.
We're getting out of here.
Something to say?
Not me, mate. Not a bloody thing.
These people are using things that their family would say.
Changed her children, stole our innocence, made us vampires, condemned us to an eternity of bloodlust, acted as if we were to blame.
Let's.
What could possibly be more important than the return of our mother?
Our father. I saw him standing there in the flesh as you do now. He holds the stake.
Which of our parents do we kill first?
Let's. Please. Bold though that question.
I believe that young Marcellus, with whom he can identify and even nurture, holds the key to our brother's troubled soul. Even I must make certain sacrifices.
Are you angry with me?
Bored would be a more accurate description. Niklaus, please!
What?
Remove him. Brought him here. He's your burden to bear.
Oh my god, that's how he made the sacrifice.
Scavenger.
God, Elijah. Oh.
To be perfectly honest with you, presence volume here. It's a little much. But perhaps it's for the best. You should be with your kind.
You are here by my grace, and you will remain by my grace. Have I made myself clear?
Yes.
It's very hard to take her seriously because it's not really like Esther's body.
I knocked out during the attack. Never saw a thing.
Yikes.
She wasn't in the attic. Wasn't anywhere near the Lycée.
I have people looking all over this city. She is gone. No doubt to protect Michael while he recovers from the wounds he sustained.
She's scared. What do you expect? See, you're an original. Every vampire that's ever been sired is an extension of you and your family. Now, you can walk away from that and side with Klaus and the wolves, but you're not one of them. I hope that you do better with her than you did with me.
Marcel. Oh, wait, what? That was interesting ending. I didn't expect it to end there. Damn. This episode, insane. That entire Davina, Caleb, Finn, Esther moment, that full segment was ridiculous. Like from the start when so-called Esther, who, by the way, I cannot take seriously, as I said, because she is not in Esther's body. She may be Esther, but in the Harvest Girl's body. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's like, I don't know why, but I'm not able to take her that seriously. But anyhow, knowing that she said Niklaus, and then, of course, I was like thinking, wait a second, you just called him Niklaus, and you are a Harvest Girl that Klaus has never met, and yet you were somehow able to like figure out the entirety of his name and use that to introduce yourself? What? So that was my first clue that she would have given off, and for Klaus to actually think. I was like, please figure it out. She would never call you Niklaus. And then after that, he mentioned about the chamomile tea and then the Niklaus bit. And after that, he told Elijah that he is very certain she's not just she's not just getting information from his mother, but actually she is their mother. So that is ridiculously great that he found out. And then right after that, just to make things worse, to say that Michael is back and literally has the white oat steak ready to kill naturally Klaus, and well, that, and like was in the flesh. That was insane, ridiculously insane. So that entire werewolf attack, and that was part of Esther's plan. But then the plan was to get Davina out, and naturally when she was attacked or something, the spell was lifted, but the door was opened, so they couldn't see what they were hiding, what she was hiding. And then Caleb did not tell that it was Michael, because he was not knocked out. He literally saw everything, which is again insane. So I'm actually a bit surprised that Elijah, knowing Elijah, in that moment, he would have done everything to compel Caleb. But of course, he's a witch, so he can't be compelled. It's just the fact that at that very moment, unless, whoa, no, not possible. No, he could not have compelled, right? So unless he did, like Elijah did, but we think, like, again, I don't think so. I'm overthinking, but in that moment, I'm just like, maybe he might have, like, thinking that he compelled him, but then he's choosing not to reveal this information to Esther and Finn. But naturally, I know witches cannot be compelled, yes. But the most sane thing to do in that moment was to, compel. But we didn't see that side, so we don't care. But whatever. But that was insane. That was insane. So I don't know why Cole doesn't want Finn and Esther to know that it was Michael that she was hiding. Is that because it strains the plan? But if they did, he would have told. But maybe it's something more personal. Maybe he knows how much Michael wants to kill Klaus, and I don't think Cole wants that. Even if he's full revenge for Klaus because of what happened, from 1702 in Spain, when they spoke about the horse and everything, all of that moment. From then on, they've kept daggering him. So that's why he has had this aversion, and one day he said that he will come and, you know, he will unravel this hell on Klaus. So, you know, from then on, he's had that vengeance, which is why he's ready to do that. But I don't think he was like Klaus. I mean, I don't think he wanted, how do you say, Michael to be in the picture. Again, I don't know why he chose not to tell. So it's just more of like speculation. There has to be a reason, but I just don't know what exactly it could be. Unless he fears Michael himself. And but I don't know how their days were, like how Cole and Finn's days were with Michael. Like I've never seen anything about those guys back in the days. So I don't even know what they think about Michael. I'm sure they hate him. I think, but I've never seen any interaction, or we've never seen any sort of like till date how it was. We've only seen Rebekah, Henry, who died, Klaus and Elijah, not Cole, not Finn, which is why I'm like, why is it that Cole and Finn never appeared during those days? But yeah, anyhow, very interesting thing to think about for the next episode. But the main thing was the sacrifice that Elijah made so that Klaus would have the one thing that Elijah wanted him to do, is to be selfless and doing something that benefits not himself but for the sole person of another. Is because Marcel got attached to Elijah and did not get it, like he was being distant from Klaus, and which is why Klaus was like very you know, he is the one who brought Marcel in, and now Marcellus was not at all like not giving the attention. It's just that he got more closer to Elijah, and I think he, in that moment, he's like, I'm the one who rescued you, but I'm not feeling the same love. And it was more like that fatherly love. He sees Elijah as the father rather than Klaus. Not at the fact that, oh, I saved you, but at the fact that he's not getting the same love because he might be, like Marcel might consider him as a beast, that hideous thing or whatever. Like he's basically thinking all the things that his father thinks about, that Marcel would have thought about to Klaus. So deep down, that's the reason why he acted. I mean, he removed the dagger from Cole because he was like a spontaneous, fun person that he could at least share some time with, and hence the daggering and the undaggering and whatnot. So I understand, and that's when Elijah figured it out, that, you know, it's not the fact that he wanted to undagger Cole just because of, like, you know, to feed on people, but the fact that of Marcel. And he said, even if I have to make the sacrifice to make sure that Klaus goes in that direction, to find himself, to not be the beast that people claim him to be, he will also do it. Like, and that was the sacrifice what he did to Marcel, like made himself distance, call him names and whatnot, so that Klaus can be there to swoop in and be the father that Marcel needed to have, which is a sacrifice that they don't know about. Like Klaus doesn't know and Marcel definitely doesn't know, which hurts my heart so much because they are very close, which is why we know now that Marcel does not like Elijah because of this. The gist of the backstory in that. But yeah, I can't believe it. That was insane. But yeah, I'm very excited for episode 3 and to see more of this entire Davina, Cole, Finn, Esther, Michael. Jeez Louise, so many things. Let's see what the episode 3 is all about. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please don't forget to wear a mask and stay safe for friends and family. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.